Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Just see which messages resonate for you and hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering. And remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with a combination. They're both very pink. This is the Whispering Heart and the Romance and Love. Let's dive on in and see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Right now, energy going on. Love, romance, relationships, matters of the heart. Please and thank you. All right, so we have a big energy coming through. This is somebody who has something to ask you, and it's really important to this person. Maybe this is something that this person, somebody in your life, has been thinking about, I'm getting, for a very long time. I feel like this is somebody who has gone over and over what might happen when they ask you something in their head. I actually see somebody even looking in the mirror and practicing what they want to say. That's actually really cute. So I am getting that somebody's a little bit nervous. I feel like this is something that you will be excited about. I mean, maybe you're going to be really surprised as well, but I see you calling somebody else up and telling them about this proposal, this offer. An offer or proposal is in the near future, and that comes as a surprise. So this is something that maybe because you're watching this here, you're going to expect it a little bit, but it's going to be at an unexpected time. It could also be, for some of you, an unexpected person that wants to ask you something. This could be marriage for some of you, but it might be just somebody curious if you'll go out on a date with them. But there's something about this question, what they ask, how they do it, that's unusual. I feel like it does take you kind of off guard. But I also feel like if some of you were on guard, whatever they say maybe softens something up, softens you up, softens this person up. I feel like it breaks down some kind of walls. So maybe it's really clear, open communication. Clarity on proposal, please and thank you. Well, double surprise. Even though you're hearing it here first on Ultraviolet Dove, it looks like you are going to get a surprise. Maybe it's a surprise invitation. It's a surprise that somebody's finally expressing their love to you. It's a surprise in how they do it, or it's a surprise on who it is coming through. But there's something about this energy coming through for you guys that I'm just getting that it kind of throws you off, but in a really good way. This is also a romantic surprise, and it's on the horizon. Just be open to them. Maybe for some of you, this is somebody getting all romantic with you, and that's not normally their style. I just see somebody like calling and making a reservation or preparing something for you. I feel like maybe for some of you, it's not prepared or thought about at all, and it's more of a surprise to even this person that they like just came on out and asked you something. Like, I don't know. I see somebody actually eloping. I know that's really big and that's not for all of you, but it's kind of like that. Like, hey, let's go do this. Or maybe a surprise vacation or something like that. Maybe some of you get a surprise if you're going on vacation soon. All right, let's continue. What else would be helpful for the collective on proposal and surprise? Yeah, maybe some of you are going on vacation, or this is going to take you on a new adventure. It's going to feel like suddenly you want to discover new territory. I feel like you're going to discover something new about yourself, but maybe it's the dynamic of a relationship that you each discover something amazing within each other. But I feel like it's also something you didn't know about. Like something that you're good at, something you didn't know you would enjoy doing. I don't know why I see a sailboat. I see a sailboat and I see somebody skydiving, and that's really big. That's not for everyone, but maybe some of you are skydiving, or maybe some of you are, I don't know. I see a really cool boat, but maybe it's fishing. Maybe you didn't know you'd like fishing, but just the time with this person is really fun, even if you thought something would be like boring. I hope that makes sense, but that's also kind of the energy imprint that I'm getting. So maybe something that you thought would be like, I don't really want to do that, but then you go, and it's not really about the thing, it's about who you are with. Seek adventure together. It adds excitement to your journey. This is doing something together. So maybe you're talking about your dreams together, making future plans, thinking about different places in the world you would want to go to, different things that you want to do activity-wise. I see you and someone else almost playing a sport. I don't know what they call that, like paintball? I see paintball. But I feel like that's really fun. It's something like that, or something that's kind of just a little bit different. Now I see bowling. I'm getting a lot of different things with this. So I'm just getting that somebody has a lot of different ideas, and you need to see which ones you want to do together. But more time together is going to just kind of re-spark excitement, passion, romance. So let's continue. Let's go to something different. I feel like we should balance today. So let's do one tough, just to kind of balance whatever this energy is, give you a little more clarity. What is one tarot energy to just sort of bridge proposal, surprise, and adventure? Please and thank you. Strength. So you have this. I'm going to show you at the bottom. You do have the Ace of Discs. So there is something that's going to be grounded. There is a golden ticket. Maybe it's about booking a ticket. Maybe it is even buying a home together, purchasing something kind of big, because this is something that is the start of something that creates a grounding energy of future growth possibility in your life. If you're getting this 9 of Wands, I will say that some of you have come a long way. You've had a hard road getting to this point where it feels like you're just letting go, having fun, feeling free, expanding your energy. Maybe some of you have had a hard time on your own, or a hard time in past relationships. This is where you figure out what's worth it. It's sometimes that wounded healer energy. It's going through some kind of battles, trials, tribulations, and figuring out what was worth the fight and what is not. I kind of always feel like there's some kind of gift, some kind of goal at the end that is worth all that effort. Sometimes I see this as you have to give it one last push, one more push, one last try. And I like that this has a balance of the sun and the moon. It could also be that there was some kind of block from other energies kind of crossing your path. So maybe it was stumbling blocks or roadblocks, something like that, where right when you feel like something was going strong, something got in the way. I feel like now you are in front of a situation, but I feel like this is masculine, feminine. This is a balance within yourself but maybe a balance with someone else where the two of you together are stronger than anything that tries to get in your way. It's almost like you can figure out everything and anything you need with this beautiful balance of strength and energy. So it's also a Mars energy. So it is taking action. It's recognizing where you want to take action, what you want to take action with, and whom you want to do it with and why. But this is the chance to take action on something and maybe have a lot of strength every single day for something to build. It could also be, if you've learned a lot from the past, maybe you are figuring out a way to ground a partnership or ground something in your life so it can grow a little more effortlessly. I feel like maybe you or someone else was kind of doing something the hard way before. And maybe together, maybe after a switch up of energy or a little passion or a little romance comes in, I feel like everything else, other arenas of your life almost feel easier. I just see like the path of least resistance instead of always going towards where there's resistance. So let's continue. Let's go to a career and life card. I feel like we should balance this love. So let's go to career and life. What is going on right now in career, life, projects, work for the collective, please and thank you. And then we're going to move to a little surprise. I'll tell you about that surprise in a minute. I found something that I didn't even know I had. So let's do career and life, and then we'll see about this little surprise I have for you guys. All right, what is a career and life message to be helpful for the collective right now, please and thank you. Expression. Well, maybe somebody is expressing how they feel. Maybe they've written you a love letter, but I feel like this is something you are doing and you are overall expressing yourself differently. Maybe you're getting more comfortable talking about past experiences. You need work that lets you express yourself creatively. Maybe that was the roadblocks here. That could also be some kind of creative block if we're now merging these energies together from the love to the career. Because when you're creatively blocked somewhere and you try to push it through, you don't let that creativity flow. And sometimes the best way to get that flow back is to exit, to go do something else, go play, go on an adventure, do some exercise, put on some music and dance around the house, like anything where you switch up your energy and then go back. Even if it's just going to the grocery store. You know, if you're getting stuck, just stop. Don't push it if it's not flowing. Go do something else, change up your energy, and then wait to see if it flows differently. Sometimes that block is also, I'm getting like disorganization. If there's a mess around you and you're always thinking about the dishes or having to do that, or how to find your paperwork, where is it? You left it here. Sometimes that throws you off track and it doesn't allow that creative flow to be so easy. So maybe it's even organizing a little bit. But I do see some of you just going and doing something else and coming back and everything is different. And that can be vacations. That can be like a road trip. And I've had that personally like really change my life. I felt like at one point, like a year ago, I was so blocked and I didn't know what to do. And I just went to visit my friend in San Francisco, and she was such a beautiful ball of love and joy, and I had such a good time. I mean, at one point we are belly laughing on the kitchen floor, and I just remember coming back And I felt like a different human being. My entire energy changed by me just deciding, what am I doing? I'm just going to go, say yes. And I like booked the ticket last minute, late night. I was like, I'm going to come see you. And I just did. And sometimes even just going somewhere different, being with someone different can switch your energy so much that it can completely turn your life around. So maybe for some of you, it's that. Maybe it's just you going to visit a friend. And when you come back, you are feeling so different that all of this surprising energy that's been orchestrated by the universe and or someone else is just effortlessly coming into your life. But this is where you need to be creative in whatever it is you're working on, even if it's just a creative solution. So maybe it's not doing something exactly as the directions say. It's kind of doing something your way, your personal form of expression. Maybe feathers for some of you, like quill, are important, or you see a really cool feather and that's your sign. You could do well at writing, blogging, or some kind of career involving communication. So maybe you have a platform, maybe it's a one-on-one situation and you just really connect to whoever's across from you, but it could also be for some of you, a whole audience. But I do see that it's the right people you're connecting with. Expression. I'm going to show you this because I did put it up right on my lap and it was staring at me. There is good luck coming through. I'll pull another card too. Your fortune is improving. And you will get a lucky break soon. I mean, you do have something in the near future coming in. Maybe it's a lucky break for some of you on a new job. Maybe some of you have project you've submitted to maybe multiple people or companies or something like that, and the right one comes through. Maybe more than one for some of you. I mean, there's a lot of clovers here, but there's one in particular that's bigger. Hold on, I'm gonna plug in my iPad here. I have my Zen music on for you guys. You'll get a lucky break soon, and it's telling you in the meantime, start collecting these little nuggets of wisdom. I feel like they could be tips, somebody giving you like beautiful nuggets of maybe inspiration, but I feel like somebody or different people have different ideas for you and you have to maybe write them all down in the same place. Because I feel like you're going to be putting a puzzle together and you have all the pieces, but you need to have all the puzzle pieces on the table to see how they will fit together. I hope that made sense. You will need them in the near future. So let's take that and let's pull another card. What is one more on career and life to help the collective right now? Please and thank you. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a great idea. You're doing really good. I love this card. It comes out for you guys all of the time. You have this golden light bulb moment. You're plugging yourself in. This is the energy of brilliance. This is where you need to write down that idea. This is where you need to make a phone call. This is where you have to use those connections you have. This is a light turned on inside of you, that others can feel. It's a new, brilliance in your energy. But it could also be a brilliant solution you just didn't see before, you didn't think of before, until you saw it all in front of you. It's like you were staring at one little puzzle piece, or like two, and you're trying to put them together, but they're not the right pieces. You needed to have a little bit more, a broader scope of something to see how everything fits together. Maybe for some of you, it has to do with numbers, facts, figures. I'm even getting synchronistic moments. Brilliant gifts from the universe that you have been given that are your personal guidance towards your path to success. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind. I feel like that might be that vacation, a little adventure in your life, even if it's just a romantic adventure and you're in your bedroom, whatever it is. There's something that's going to switch you on, change you up. Follow your own inspiration. I feel like that's this here. You're not worried about any kind of blocks out there, different opinions, what got in your way before. You have the capacity to move out of that and away from anything that was fencing you in. Follow your own inspiration, and it's your ideas that are going to bring you recognition. You are going to be noticed. You are going to be heard. You're going to be understood, understood, accepted, and loved. Wow. So let's get, let's do the surprise. Let's go to the surprise. So I don't even know what's on these cards. A long time ago, before I started doing the readings again, I started to make an oracle deck, and I don't even know what's on these, but I found it tucked away on the back of one of my shelves, and I'm curious. So let's get curious together, see what's on these cards, and let's get some messages for you guys and just see what comes through. It's going to be a surprise to me too, because I have no idea what I did, but this was a little past project. I remember just sitting down. I remember it was like snowy outside, and I started just writing on some cards. So maybe some of you also have your own oracle deck or something like that, just to let you know what these are. I just bought blank tarot cards. So they're really nice, like, cards. It's not like, the ones that are paper. So clarity on the, I want to say clarity on the cards. So maybe some of you are doing something with cards. I also see somebody making greeting cards. Maybe some of you are artists, or I don't know what they call that. I think it's a Cricut, where the thing that cuts out beautiful pieces of paper. So maybe some of you do something like that. Maybe it's about sending somebody a card. What messages would be helpful for the collective? Please and thank you. Oh, wow, that's pretty. You got your true soulmate coming through. So this is somebody that's coming in your life, or you already know about them, but this is somebody who has always been and always will be true to you. Times of brilliance, and when your luck is at the top of the wheel, and times where you've had to have a lot of strength and you're figuring out how to, I feel like you've had transitions where you've expressed yourself differently. But soulmates can come in different forms. Sometimes they can come as a lover, but sometimes it's a really good friend. It's like your soul person. And then soulmates can also come when they are needed. It's usually for, the purpose of helping both people, not just one, but it's where somebody comes into your life and it really helps expansion. It helps growth. It helps you go in a different direction. It brings you a big lesson. It brings you love. Sometimes it's opening your mind, opening your heart, but it feels like a very personal, special connection. So let's see, clarity on true soulmate. Confused. Maybe somebody is confused how to go about pursuing this brilliant idea, or confused as to why something was blocked before, confused as to maybe why your luck wasn't so good, or just when you think your luck is riding high, something else happens and kind of throws you off course. It's to keep you flexible. It's to keep you not getting stagnant. So this could be your energy. That could be somebody else's energy. Maybe you're confused about what to do about a specific soulmate in your life. It could be somebody is confused on how to come in. Clarity on confused. Oh, we have a restaurant. Maybe somebody is confused. I did see a restaurant or like somebody booking a reservation before. Maybe they're confused about which restaurant to take you to because they're not sure if you're going to like Italian or Mexican that day. Maybe it's something really simple. Let's see. It could be some of you work in a restaurant. You meet somebody at a specific restaurant. I'm also getting I know this is different, but if some of you are actually going on vacation or in a different town, a different city, sometimes the best people to ask on, hey, what's cool around here? What is there that you can do? Are the people in the local restaurant, the local coffee shop, not so much the big like tourist pamphlet, but a place where you can actually talk to the people that live there. And see, you know, what suggestions they have. I sort of see that. I feel like you're going to get some advice or some wisdom or some direction because of something that has to do with a restaurant. Maybe some of you are opening up a restaurant or thinking about that, starting a business, confused on how to even get started with something like that, but you're picking up those nuggets of wisdom. So I feel like you're going to get the right help to put all those pieces together if that's your specific, it was a very specific situation. Let's get another message. What is this? Yeah, you're going to meet somebody when you're out and about. So you have to get out and about in order to meet them. So maybe you meet them at a restaurant. Maybe you're confused because you got a little lost and you go in and you ask for directions. Maybe you are helping somebody that's confused and that starts the connection, or that starts that light getting brighter and brighter to that brilliant solution. It could even be help that you get or clarity you receive by having a conversation with a stranger. But I'm also seeing that maybe some of you, if you were stuck in the creative flow, maybe it's about going out and taking yourself to a restaurant. Even if you're just sitting there, take yourself out on a date. You know, maybe it's just that nice moment to relax and kind of give back to you that will clarify something. Or it's when you're out and about that you have that brilliant idea. Let's get another message. I don't even know what's on these, but I'm having fun. So, Bill, what did I say before? You are going to get to build a relationship or an idea, you know, a new business opportunity, a new project, a new platform, a new way of communicating on a solid foundation. This is so something can build and it lasts. I am also getting breaking ground. So it doesn't have to be a restaurant. That could have been my catalyst to get the messages out there. But I do see some of you building a home like from scratch. So you're buying the land that's the perfect property you were looking for, but there's no house there. So it gives you all the creative flow, all the possibilities to have exactly what you want. Maybe it's piece by piece with that puzzle. Don't get overwhelmed, even though I feel like you can see the bigger picture. Build on a solid foundation. If for some of you, you're gaining a new skill, going back to school, starting a class, I feel like this is you paying attention to the basics in the beginning. You know, just like if you were a ballerina, you want to know how to do the plie. If you are working with metal or something like that, you want to know how to properly turn on your torch and do a bezel. If you are doing something with numbers, first you have to do addition, subtraction, you know, times tables, all that. Like, it's starting with the basics of something, so that I feel like you're gonna really take off with something, but you gotta have those basic skill sets. Maybe it's even something on the computer. You know, when you get a new program or something on the computer, a new app, something like that, and they give you the little tutorial and you can like skip it, I feel like maybe you shouldn't skip it. Watch it. Because that little 5-minute tutorial on something is going to help you flow better and help take away possible frustration that didn't need to be there because you're trying to figure everything out. Like, now you know where the button is, you're good. So now you can get creative. So let's do one more. I feel like each time I pull one of these, it's a surprise. I have no idea what's in here. Take out the garbage. Well, I did see that some of you had to organize or clean up the mess, do the dishes. Maybe it's even just getting out of the house. This could also be energetically speaking. If some of you have anything that is holding you back, little stinky in your life, you know, mucking up your aura, whatever that is, this could be cutting the strings, actually releasing something so you have proper, clean energy space for the right things to come in. Take out the garbage. And I'm going to show you what's at the bottom here. Some of you are apparently entertainers. I mean, you have this message here. Maybe you're creating your own spotlight. Maybe you get the right gig or the right audience or the right... I see an actress or an actor, so maybe the right role. But I don't think this has to necessarily do with something that has a microphone, although for some of you, maybe it does. Maybe you have a beautiful voice and you do like ASMR, you know, where you talk really softly and you pretend like, I don't know, they do things like touch a hairbrush. So weird. But maybe it's also for some of you, if you have little entertainers around you, maybe your children, or you recognize somebody's talent in your life, you're the one giving them that microphone, giving them that spotlight, or maybe the connection to get them, I don't know, more grounded with someone or something, but I'm getting like a chance. I see one of those weird microphones, like I have one, but I don't have it here. I have it in my car, where there's like the karaoke microphone. So maybe it's about moving past the karaoke and maybe getting a program where you can do some recording for some of you. But this is entertaining no matter what you do. Even if it has nothing to do with, you know, entertainment. I feel like it's even the way you talk about yourself, or the way you present the information of what you do in your job, even if your job is very business-like and you sit at a desk. I feel like when you talk about it, that's kind of entertaining because it's genuine, and people are connecting to your stories, connecting to, you know, you talking about your day. If some of you have a talent that you know about and you're not sharing it, or you're not doing it, and that's something inside of you you keep thinking about, take a class. Sign up for something. Make a video. Sing for a friend. Do something where you're just opening up your own little door and sharing it. Even if you're just entertaining one person, you know, your honey in the room, your sister, your brother, your kids. But I feel like some of you do have younger energies around you who are naturally gifted, and maybe it is helping them get grounded as they move into that energy of brilliance. You know, you don't get every starring role, but each time you do something, you do get a little better. So it's that, like, get up again. Believe in yourself. And I feel like a lot of you are helping somebody else believe in themselves. I feel like a lot of times it's not even the perfect performance. Now, this is just energy, whatever this is for you. Sometimes it's the one that does the goofs, the mess ups, the things that didn't work out. But that's what people connect to. That's what makes you different. That's what makes it relatable. Like the bloopers can be funnier than that funny movie. So that being said, I have another surprise. So I just got this really beautiful tarot deck. It is called the Tarot of the Black Rose. And this was a birthday gift by a beautiful friend of mine. Thank you so much for this deck of cards. I'm really excited to use them with all of you here. It was supposed to come a couple months ago, and I'm sort of glad that it came now, because I feel like with the new phone, little transition, I feel like it's perfect that it comes out exactly when it did. So let's see what these cards are like. I don't know them at all yet, so I'm kind of curious about what messages the symbolism and the artwork in this deck bring out. Clarity for the collective, movement of energy, please and thank you. What would be helpful for the collective to know? The Five of Cups. All right, so look at the eyeballs on, it looks like a Furby. Is that what they are called? There's like hearts in this person's eyes. There's this letter that got all soggy in the rain. There's this dove of peace, but it's almost like it's having a hard time flying because of this rain. The Five of Cups is an interesting energy to come through because it's usually where you feel lost. It could be where you or someone else does feel confused. It could be where maybe you were supposed to go on a blind date. I just see the person kind of sitting at the table and the other person doesn't arrive. So maybe it's about a rain date. Maybe that wasn't the right person. Maybe there's someone else that is supposed to be arriving in your life. This is where you don't get that role. You don't feel like you connect to the audience, or your project that you submitted wasn't accepted. It's feeling like you have a loss somewhere, like you feel left out, and it's giving you the opportunity to, where's your strength card? See those losses as possible future gains. Sometimes this energy is just cleaning up the mess, taking out the trash. You know, if you have that spilled milk on the kitchen floor and then you just stare at it, but you don't clean it up, it's not going to clean up itself. But sometimes this is where you do need to give appropriate time for healing. Time will heal. This rain is not going to last forever. That bird is going to get dry. That soggy letter will dry as well. But I see I see somebody almost like not getting the message that they were supposed to get. I hope that makes sense. So I see like a letter arriving and all of the ink got messed up, so the person never gets to hear what was supposed to be delivered. But I think that's more of an energy that I'm seeing. So something was supposed to be delivered, or you were supposed to get an answer, or maybe you were giving, it's almost like something got lost in the mail or lost in translation. So this could be where somebody kind of had miscommunication with you, maybe even something that happened via text. So somebody took something a certain way, took it kind of hard, but it wasn't really meant that way. So maybe this is coming through, so you recognize with all this lucky energy, you're going to get some clarity. You're going to maybe see someone else's perspective, or even have some inner awareness of your own perspective of the situation. Let's get another message. Clarity on the 5 of Cups. Please and thank you. I feel like it's not going to rain forever. And seeing all this beautiful rain here is creating all of this beautiful growth in this garden. It wouldn't happen if there wasn't some rain. Sometimes you need a good cry, you know, to work through those emotions. Clarity on the 5 of Cups, please and thank you. The Hanged Man. So maybe there was a pause, but I like this because I feel like the Hanged Man brings you to this. The Hanged Man is where you really take a moment to reflect. You allow somebody the space they need to look at their reflection and clear away the cobwebs, to see how maybe they were getting stuck in that spider web, stuck in the web of confusion. Because this is where somebody becomes clear, becomes enlightened spiritually on seeing something in a totally different perspective. It's where that big light bulb goes on inside of you. It's where I was like I have like a hair. It's like, hold on, where is it? There it is. It's where you always saw something one way, and then that painting falls down and you realize for the last 12 years it's been hanging upside down and it's not the picture you thought it was. And once you see it a different way, you can hang it back upside down, but you're never going to not see it the other way. So once you receive this clarity, once you get this knowledge, once you feel this illumination, you can't go back, because it's always going to feel like you're creating your own web of confusion if you're going back, because you know the clear direction. But it is giving you the chance, when you come back up, to have something be on a solid foundation. Because before, you were kind of hanging and swaying and not really knowing what was going on, or somebody could have been hanging there so long that all the blood was going to their head and they were making goofy decisions. So eventually you have to turn yourself around and start walking in a different direction, or start taking different actions in the direction you were already going on. Sometimes this is where somebody needs a purposeful pause. It could also be where someone needs to see what they need to let go of, because it's a self-sacrifice in some way. There's something that is no longer for your highest and greatest good. And until you or this person sees that clearly, it's going to keep, I'm getting like trapping them back in, getting them in that stuck energy. Major Arcana, number 12, the Hangman. It's a very powerful card. There's also it's like a hermit crab coming out of a heart. Maybe it's about a new home. I saw I just saw a video on a hermit crab, and somebody had it was like a beautiful porcelain shell, and introduced it to this, maybe I can find that video, to this hermit crab, and you see it come out, and it like looks at the shell, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a nice home. It's like, I feel like there's going to be something unusual or surprising coming in your life that's not really the usual person, usual partnership, usual job, usual opportunity. I feel like it is definitely something different and surprising, but extra special and beautiful. Kind of like that hermit crab, like getting its own little personal porcelain home. So maybe it is about moving to a new home, but I feel like it's more that moving energy, that transition energy. I just heard something you never thought could work. And then I see the word can. It can. It will. Like really big. So maybe somebody was in self-doubt. Maybe it's about opening of the mind and somebody's belief system changing. Opening up the lid on that box. Clarity on the Hangman. And the Five of Cups. And the Two of Coins. Look at this. Look at this elephant. You're gonna have, you have a transition here, the 1 to the 2. So if there's a transition, if there's multitasking going on, this is making it fun. Look at the elephant on a beach ball. You know, it could be that that elephant was wobbling. Maybe it's time to, I don't know. I just heard stop doing the juggling act. Maybe that's meaningful to some of you, but it usually means that you do have to juggle. But in this card, you're balancing something. You're standing on one thing, but you got something on their back. You got something in the back of your mind or in the back burner that you're not even looking at, but it's there. It's like you can't really ignore it. It is there. You know it's there. I'm also kind of getting that you can surprisingly handle more things at once than you gave yourself credit for, or that's someone else. Could also be somebody else that's the right person that can help you. You know, maybe it's bouncing that ball back and forth so you and someone else have one and you don't have to do something alone. This is making something fun, changing something up in your schedule in everyday land so that you have the appropriate time to put in the appropriate places in your life. Because if there's one place you're ignoring and ignoring and ignoring and ignoring, it's, you know, you're leaving something behind when it's something you want to give attention to. And it could be you're giving too much attention to the wrong areas. There's a way for everything to get the appropriate attention. What else is on this card? It's like one of those old, like, radios. You know, where the family would like sit and listen to the news via radio in like, I don't know, 1921. So maybe it's about a radio program, or maybe some of you, it's about whatever I saw before with that microphone, maybe a podcast or something like that. I'm also getting emerald energy. Maybe that's somebody's birthstone. There's all these thought bubbles as well. So I feel like there's multiple ideas. Maybe I'm getting like the word delicate, and I just thought of that Taylor Swift song, and I don't know why. What else would be helpful for the collective? Oh, wow, you got the 10 of Cups. And at the bottom, you got the 3 of Wands. So it is almost like this elusiveness here. This family is sitting here, but they're almost like a black and white blueprint. That was like a conundrum, like a black and white blueprint. There's this rainbow of opportunity. Maybe it's the dream at the end of the rainbow, but maybe it's not all rainbows and flowers and butterflies, and it's making this dream reality. I see the 10 of Cups as spending time with the people you truly love. You know, seeing the people that are brought into your life even as a surprise, as a blessing. Getting through rainy days and beautiful sunny days. The 10 of Cups is you and someone else, you and a group, your chosen family, whoever this is telling you, if you thought you couldn't have this happily ever after and it was just this illusion in your mind, you can. You were supposed to have it. And you can be in this energy where you feel like you are falling in love with life, falling in love with someone else, falling in love with your projects and what you are doing. Feeling so blessed in every single moment you get to have. But it is paying attention to the energies that are around you. Those that love you no matter what you smell like, what you look like, what you're, dressed in. but it is the right vibrations of energies around you that lift you, that make you feel like you're thriving, that you absolutely love being around. If there are energies around you and they are pulling down your vibration, or I'm just getting stressing you out, taking away your attention or making you feel imbalanced or not grounded, always surprising you, where's that thing, with more confusion or blocks in your life, it is up to you to step into your personal power and make this dream real. But this starts in you, in each of your choices. You have this energy of absolute brilliance coming in. But with the Hangman here, it just looks like you have to turn something upside down and see it a different way, how you never saw it before. And here with the Three of Wands, it's getting out of your comfort zone, leaving the office, leaving the living room, leaving the kingdom, the castle, going on an adventure. I have a lot of cards here today, guys. This is a little bit longer of a reading than I thought would be, but I kind of had fun with these different things here. It is you knowing that you sent out that prayer, that you sent out that proposal, you sent out something to the universe, and God is going to provide it for you. It's going to bring you this energy of expansion, passion. I just heard positivity. It's vibration of spirit. It is strength because it's wands. Also with that fiery energy, sometimes there has to be that destructive energy to have the fresh foundation for new growth. It has to be nourished with the rain and the sunshine, a masculine energy, but it looks like your ship is coming in. If you got anchored down by anything here, I feel like you were untangling that anchor and putting on the ship, or you figured out that knot is way too strong and totally tied to this tree here. You cut the rope, you got on the boat, and you're heading on a journey in a new direction. So this is either you going somewhere or someone coming towards you. It's coming. In the meantime, do something productive, passionate, and creative with your energy, aiding in your own growth right now, because it's coming. Three of Wands is past the plans, past those dreams, putting the plans into action. It's packing the suitcase after you book the ticket, getting in the car, stepping on the gas, going to the airport, and walking on the plane. It's the in-between time, but it's not quite there and not back where you were. But it's usually taking you in a positive direction, unless you choose to be anchored and hold that ticket in your hand and just dream about all it could be, instead of being part of that process. So let's get one more from the rock star, because I don't think much music came through in this reading. So one more rock star message for the collective, please and thank you. Yeah, it's your new beginning. You got the Jim Morrison, future good. Where's your future good? Luck is waiting for you, but you need to be a part of that. Even if you have the most perfect thing being handed to you by God, here it is. Here's your gift. Here's your proposal. This was made for you, whatever that is for you. You have to have those open arms and accept it. Take something farther than the beginning, past the intro, into the good stuff, into that story, and be in the page that you are on, wherever it is in that novel or that book, your you book. Future good is awaiting you. You have a beginning. And with every beginning means there's an ending. I feel like your new chapter is going to be pretty amazeballs. It feels like an adventure book this time. Hey. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for liking this video. I really appreciate it. It does help this channel grow. And I look forward to reading all of your beautiful comments. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, evening, night. And I will see you soon.